Let's see if this is working. Testing. Yeah, it looks like it's working. Okay, that's good. It's a good way to start, to have things working. All right, let's get this turned over here. There we go. All right, there we go. Already, everything's done. Yay! I don't think I missed anything today. Let's see. No, everything seems to be working. Everything seems to be fine. That's a unique way to start. What's up, everybody? Nobody's here, but I'm talking anyway. We're starting off with Tam, working from home today, plugging along, typing along. She'll quip whenever.
I want to know what the heck I dropped that just went bang.
I know you dropped something.
Oh.
What was it? Sounded like a cord. I was gonna say it sounded like a cord.
It was my. I was charging my thing.
Charge your thing, honey. Right now, no. Have you had the toasted peanut butter and jelly sandwich yet? No. Still haven't had that, huh? I'm surprised you never had a toasted peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
I have, but I've never toasted a Crustable.
Oh, yeah.
I've never taken a frozen one and toasted it.
Yeah, it's good.
I mean, I've toasted bread and put peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yeah. It tastes just like that, but, like a Crustable. Tam bought some, the Crustables, but they're not Crustables. If you don't know what a Crustable is, it's a brand, but she bought the Smucker's version, I guess.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't? You bought
a generic version.
Generic version. So what it is, it's a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with the crust cut off, and then the edges are like pushed down with like a fork or something. So it's all like sealed. And you freeze them, and then you want a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You just set it out, let it thaw out, or you put it in your kid's lunch and thaws out by the time it's lunchtime. I was showing Tam that you can toast them. You can put them in the toaster oven, toast it up. The peanut butter gets all warm and gooey, and the jelly gets nice and warm. But you don't want it too hot. You don't want lava, so you just get it nice and golden brown. By that time, it's warm, not hot. By that time, the inside is warm. Not hot. It's delicious. So delicious. I was turning on Tam to that the other day. She hasn't tried it yet.
I did do something really weird last night.
What's that?
The last walk for Dax was 10 o'clock, so I did bring up one of the peanut butter and jelly frozen and I let it thaw for an hour, and then I ate it an hour later.
Why did you just toast it?
I ate it an hour later in the dark.
Eating it in the dark with Eric sleeping in here.
When you were sleeping next.
Oh! You took it out the bedroom. You're like eating it in the bedroom when I'm sleeping.
When you were sleeping, I was eating it. I brought it up.
You're like sitting there next to me, eating your little peanut butter.
I took a bite, put it down. I was sneaking food.
Yeah, that's funny. Don't be a food sneaker, honey. Bad. Don't be a food sneaker. So what are we gonna make? Pork and mushrooms tonight, or something else?
I got to the store.
Yeah. What's in there?
We have available. I mean, I wish you would eat tofu. Tofu would be so soft.
Well, I would eat tofu. I would eat more tofu if it had actual flavor to it.
Hey, it's soft. I don't care. It does have flavor to me.
What flavor is tofu?
It's the flavor of whatever sauce you put in. That's the flavor of it.
No. The sauce covers the tofu, but the sauce has the flavor. The tofu doesn't have the flavor. So the sauce just covers the tofu. I have never had tofu that tasted like the sauce. Because you know what happens whenever I cut open a tofu? It's white.
Well, sometimes If it's small enough, it does absorb.
Very rarely, though. Very rarely. Not a fan. I like my food to taste like things. Kind of weird that way. I like things to taste like things. Believe it or not. Yeah, so I put up a post on Mastodon yesterday, and it's an interesting example to me about how people will take things out of context. I had so the post that I wrote was a very simple post. It was just a reminder. All I said is, this is a reminder. If you think Meta is a shitty company and you've left Facebook, you should know, basically, that WhatsApp and Instagram are also part of Meta. And then at the end, I say, I'm always amazed at how many people don't know this. And the post went popular, and it started trending a little bit, which isn't, hard on my instance. But I started getting comments from people saying, well, it's not easy for everybody to leave Facebook. We got family and stuff like that, and it's the only way we could communicate with them. And I was just like, oh, whoa. I never said to leave anywhere. I had to tell people. I had to write out another post. I never told anybody to leave anywhere. All I said was that if you hate Meta and you think if you left Facebook, you should know that WhatsApp and Instagram are also part of Meta, because there are people who don't know that. And people took this from me telling them to leave. I had to go back. I said, I never said that. I get it.
I would have fucking said, really? If Meta disappeared right now, if Facebook
crashed, they would never talk to their families again. No, seriously, that is the attitude that people have.
Facebook. Oh, we can't leave his family. Oh, really? Where are you now? Oh, you're on Instagram? You did merge to Instagram. What's the next? There's always an evolution.
Yeah, well, there's people that say they can't. People will say they can't leave Facebook, or they can't not use WhatsApp because it's the only way they can keep in contact with their friends and their family.
Is very sad.
Which is super. It's super sad. But I didn't say that though. That's my point. Is I never said any of that in my post.
I would have said that's pretty sad.
I try not to judge. Look, people have their reasons for doing things. People live nuanced lives that are as meaningful to them as ours is to our own. People have their reasons for doing things. I try not to judge, right? I personally did not stay on those platforms, and I left behind my friends and family who were on there. And if they wanted to contact me, they could contact me in other ways. Those who wished to did. Those who didn't, well, that's good to know. That's how I kind of took it. It's like if these friends and family didn't care enough about me to keep me in the loop, then, unless I follow them somewhere, then, what is the point to begin with, right? That's how I took it. But I didn't say any of that. I didn't say any of that in that post. All I said, if you hate Facebook, if you hate Meta and you've left Facebook, you should know these other two are there, are part of it. And man, just the people who read into that as me telling them to leave was just, it was a reminder to me that people don't listen to what you're actually saying, or people don't actually read what you're saying. They infer much more. And after I made the post saying, hey, I never said that, people came back to me and said, why would anybody think you said otherwise? People were coming back to me saying, I knew it was just an informative post. I didn't see it as anything like you weren't telling anybody to leave. And yet I got those posts telling me that I was telling people to leave. I've never said that. you know. So it just goes to show you that, you know, how much people will really put their own, I don't know what it is, their own thinking into something that you didn't even say, you know. And it's just that little reminder that you know, okay, nothing I can do. The only thing I can do is just explain myself, say, hey, this is what I said. Clearly, this is what I said. So calm the fuck down. But yeah, it was just that's how people are. You know, everybody sees themselves at the center of their own universe. And whatever problems a person is having, they will insert into what, you know, the narrative of their world. And if someone is feeling like they wish, this is an assumption, if someone is feeling like they wish they could leave Facebook, wish they could leave WhatsApp and what have you, but can't because of their family, their friends, they will read that into what I said, even though I never said that, to leave, you know. And I think it's telling on their part, you know, how they see what's going on rather than what I actually said. And I get that. Some people are just like that. That's fine. I can deal with that. I didn't take it personally. I just explained myself, you know, what have you. But just the fact that shows you like how people take in information differently. How much people take information in a way that is part of the narrative of their life. And I get that. I do that. You do that. We all do that. You know, I totally understand. I totally get that. We all do that. But, you know, you have to every once in a while take a step back and calm yourself down and actually do some reading instead of actually getting upset first. I make it a point when I see a post that I think is like triggers me somehow or makes me upset somehow, before I even start writing, I ask myself, did I read this right? Am I really getting the message here? Or am I just, you know, flying off the handle here? A lot of times I will, I'm telling you, I get it. A lot of times I will look back at it and I will go, you know, I don't think that's what they were trying to say. I don't think they're trying to say what I think they're trying to say. And I'll read it again, and then I'll just go, okay, now I get it. It's not really about this. It's about something else. You know, I try to do that because when I didn't do that, I would get people going, what the fuck are you talking about? That's not what I'm talking about. So that's something I've personally learned how to do. And I wish more people would learn how to do that. But it's fine. I don't take it personally. I don't get upset by it. I don't, you know, get angry or anything like that. It's just one of those things that for whatever reason people do. So what that reason is, I have no idea. What's up, Wolfman? How you doing today? Wolfman says, am not as thinking as you. Am I drunk? You're not as think as I drunk you are?
Have you noticed yet, Wolfie?
Noticed what? Tam wants to know if you've noticed anything, Wolf. I guess you're supposed to notice something. What, my shirt? He sees this all. I wear this all the time. What are you talking about?
Yeah, just a shirt.
What were you talking? I really have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, I sent him a picture of that earlier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he knows about that. Yeah. So for anyone else besides Tam and Wolfman in the YouTube comments, Tam is referring to my lack of hair on my head. Tam, Wolf says, no, I can't see. There's a big glare right by his head. So for those who haven't caught on, I shaved my head this morning, or I had Tam shave my head. I hadn't had my hair cut for a couple of months because I was just kind of getting over. I was a little tired. I had that hair for like what, 5 years, 6 years, something like that, and I just felt like it was time for a change. And there's not a lot of hairstyles really suit my my fat head, but so I was having a hard time deciding what I wanted, and finally I just kind of like went yesterday. Let's just get rid of all of it. Let's just, why not? I talked to Tam. Tam's all, yeah, sure, it looks good. So she cut it off this morning. Wolf says, time to buff that son of a bitch. Yep. Well, it's not clean shaven. It's just, with clippers, clipped down. Yeah, so I did that thing. I got rid of it. And I don't know, maybe I'll go back to it eventually someday, or maybe I'll figure out something different to do or what have you. But yeah, it's time for a change. And I do like being bald. To be honest with you, it's easy to manage. You don't have to think about it. It's not the first time I've shaved off all my hair, on my head before, so not that big of a deal for me. But at least I finally got rid of the hair. And it was to the point where I couldn't style it to make it look nice because it was just getting too long. I kept on pulling it back all the time. So, screw it. Get rid of it. Say goodbye. Bald men were scalped in a past life. That's only for men who go bald. I'm bald by choice, my friend. By choice. Yeah, I'll take a quick break and be right back. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. Potato. Yeah, I know. Hey, Wolf, are you off work yet? I wanted to talk to you about something. I wanted to get your thoughts on something as an Xbox user. See what you think or what you know. That kind of thing. If you've got time later on, maybe you can jump on and we could talk about it. No, I can wait till you're off work, whatever. But it's basically about, I don't know if you've heard about the rumors about Xbox that's going on right now. About how they're transitioning from a console to no longer putting out consoles. And yeah, right. Releasing stuff on other platforms, right? Yeah, that's what they're talking about. How I guess they haven't actually made an Xbox since in the last 4 years or 3 years or something like that. Like they stopped producing them. They still cover, they still cover them and everything, as far as parts and stuff like that, whatever, replacements, whatever. But yeah, apparently they haven't been making them for a couple of years. It's a conspiracy made up by Taylor Swift. Because obviously Taylor is a PlayStation fan. That's obvious. Makes sense. It makes perfect sense. But I find it an interesting move on Microsoft's part, if it's true. Say what you want about Microsoft. They've always kind of tried to be forward thinkers. you know, and I kind of see their point because, you know, no one makes money off of their consoles. Like, not really. Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, I'm sure is the same way. A lot of these places don't really make money off of the consoles. Their profit margins are very, very, very low. Like, they'll be lucky if they make 1 or 2% off of it. I mean, that's not even kidding. I'm not even exaggerating that. They are very lucky if they can make, 2% profit on their machines. Because really, the machines, the consoles are just ways to get people in to play the games. It's a way to get people in to get the monthly for it, for your service, to buy the game, so on and so forth. That's really how they make their money. But so I can understand why Microsoft might be like leaning towards getting away from consoles, because if other people are making consoles, then why not? And if streaming games gets better as it continues to be improved and speeds get faster, the question then becomes, what's the need for a console? And that's probably what Microsoft is saying right now. It's like, we've been in this console war with PlayStation. Neither of us make money off of these things. Why don't we just invest our time and efforts and money into the games and let other people make the consoles? Really, that's not a bad idea. I mean, it's not a horrible idea. Then they should just give them to us. Well, they got to make their money back for them. They can't give it to you for free. They're pretty much selling it to you now at what it costs for them to make it. With all the parts and with all of the what do you call it? Where they make it and transporting it and transportation.
It's like printers.
Yeah, it's
basically loss leader, but they make money on like.
Right. It's a loss leader, but they make money off of the ink cartridges. Right. That's the same thing with printers. Printers. When I sold printers like 20 years ago from Best Buy, even. We didn't make any money off of those printers. Best Buy made no money off the printers. Made a shit ton of money off the printer ink. Made no money off the printers. It's the same thing with these consoles, is that they don't really make a lot of money off the sale at off the consoles. They're loss leaders that get people to buy the games. I mean, look at like, from what I understand, Xbox, like a lot of people that have that play Xbox games, a lot of them are playing it from their laptops. Using what is it called? I know on PlayStation it's called PlayStation Now. I think Xbox, I don't know what it's called, but from what I understand, a lot of people use it. And all you need for that is just the software and log into Xbox, and you can stream the game. So maybe they're looking at their numbers and saying, hey, a lot of people do this already. Why are we selling consoles? I don't know if that's the reason, but I can kind of understand it. I get it. And that, which is good for PlayStation, because it means that they're going to start making their games available on PlayStation. Who knows? Someday you'll be playing Halo or whatever on PlayStation. I don't even know what exclusive game Xbox has, to be honest with you, because PlayStation seems to have all the top exclusive, games. So yeah, like, who knows if that's what's going to happen. If it is, I don't think it's necessarily a bad choice. I think that they can. Microsoft's been around for a while, man, and the reason they've been around for a while is because they think ahead. I'm not saying Microsoft's some great company or anything like that, but you got to give them credit where credit is due. They have survived for a long time. where other companies, have fallen off and never made it like Microsoft did. So you have to give them credit. And they just have staying power. They think ahead, and maybe this is their plan, which will be interesting because of course PlayStation will be watching that. And so who knows what PlayStation will do or how they'll react to it. We'll find out. Yes, they can. They're being greedy. What? Give it to you for free? Damn them. I know. Greedy buggers. Not giving you a console for free. What?
I was going to say, Wolf, do you play portable console? Like, are you on a Switch?
No, he just plays Xbox, I think. That's his. And he has a laptop he plays games on as well. But he's got that Xbox Pass, I think. Isn't that what it's called? Pass? Xbox Pass or something like that? I think. Yeah. Yeah. So. Game Pass. That's right. Game Pass. Xbox Game Pass. Right. What a clever and creative name. It's the pass to the games. It's Xbox Game Pass. Have an Xbox and an old PC. Yeah, apparently that's what you need. That's all you need. Whatever works, But yeah, it should be interesting to see how that moves forward. Yeah. So what else is going on? What's going on with you, Wolf? You see, is a pull start? You got that cord on there? That's how old it is. I got one of those in my bedroom.
A pimple on my neck. I just felt it.
Pimple on your neck? You know what that means? Well, pop it.
No,
well, just leave it alone. Don't over scratch it like you do everything. Tam has this obsession with any kind of if there's a scratch on her body or a bug bite or a pimple or anything like that, she's not satisfied until she's dug into it to such a degree that it's either bleeds or she can't touch it anymore because it hurts too much to touch it. She's obsessed. Wolf says, but it will play Valheim. Yeah, well, as old as it is, it still plays Valheim. There you go. It's cool. That's all you need. As long as it's doing what you need it to do, that's what matters the most, That's all you really need. Do what I want! Do what I want! Still being eating soft foods, working on my jaw. I had the TMJ or TMD or whatever it's fucking called. It's getting better. I haven't had any pain for a while, but I know I still need to be I haven't had pain for 3 or 4 days, but I still need to be gentle on it, soft on it. Keep doing my exercise to keep up the strength, but still be, eat some soft foods. Yesterday at the end of the day, I could tell that it was starting to get a little not painful, but I could feel a little swelling on my side here. My bite was off a little bit, but by the morning it was fine. So I know I still have to rest it and take care of it, and all this other fun stuff. So continuing to eat soft foods is a journey. But I honestly, I'm actually surprised at how many foods that I ate already that were soft. I mean, my only problem right now is with vegetables that are crisp, because it's the bite It's a little too much right now, so I'll get there eventually. I will get there eventually. So, other than that, things are normal around here. They are what they are, all that. Dog's happy. I assume Tam and Rachel are happy. I am at peace. Oh my gosh, woof. If you have Peacock or know how to get shows that from streaming services that you don't have, I would highly recommend the series Ted to you.
You have to watch Ted.
Ted is hilarious. Ted is so funny. It is like the best way that I can describe it to people is Family Guy meets All in the Family. That's the best way I can describe it to anybody. It is we've watched 4 episodes now, and every episode that we've watched, we're just laughing hilariously. It is just so absurd, so funny. The dialogue is the best. It's hilarious.
Check it out. Let me put it this way: the first episode was one of the best first episode of any series. I'm like,
yeah,
holy shit,
it was good.
This is good. Like, let's put it this way: I find myself watching it and not playing Pokemon as much.
Yeah, you found yourself paying attention to it. It pulls her away from Pokemon Go. If that's not the ultimate Tam approval, I don't know what is.
2 shows I love, that and For All Mankind or whatever.
For All Mankind's good, yeah, on Apple TV.
Season 1 was
really
great.
good.
Season 2 is a little slow. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it's a sophomore slump. That's normal.
Yeah.
For shows.
But season 1, that's also very good. I loved all that. Hey, he ate his food.
But she isn't a gamer, right? She isn't a gamer.
Listen, I've had issues with my hand. It's got to the point where I have to reduce my gaming, or at least holding the phones. I'm telling you, Wolf, I now understand why people have the goggles to game.
Right.
And I'm kind of understanding why. You're a walking blanket.
My Rachel just walked by. She just finally crawled her lazy ass out of bed, came downstairs, got too hungry, so she had to wake up.
I've been awake.
You know we can hear you when you're walking around, right?
Yeah. Not walking around doesn't mean I'm not awake. Why are you bald?
We were wondering how long that was going to take for you to notice.
I noticed. She's like, she was saying, I don't know how long it's going to take her to notice.
I said, I wonder how long it's going to take.
I don't listen to bald.
That's fair. You shouldn't listen to bald people. Bald people don't know anything. That's fair. Funny. Are you warm? Are you comfy? She's wearing this like poncho, this big hood, but it's like made out of a blanket, basically. It's like this big soft blanket. It's basically a poncho with a hood. Yeah. Well, no, I'll give it to you. Happy birthday, Rachel. It's an early birthday present. Oh, it even has a pouch for your hands. See, look at you. You can't. That's nothing better than that. That's where you can keep all your candy. Your Crustable. Is that what you did? You take Crustables upstairs? And you just eat them upstairs?
Did you tell her
You got one in there?
Did you tell her what you do?
Oh, have you tried toasting it yet?
Nah. I like it soft.
Okay.
Like with a toaster or just the toaster oven?
No, use toaster oven. Put on shade 6 toast. and it gets it like a nice golden brown, and it makes the insides nice and warm, but not too hot. It's all gooey.
Hot Pocket.
Yeah, peanut butter and jelly hot pocket, basically.
Warm peanut butter though.
That's good. What do you mean you don't know about warm peanut butter? What do you think peanut sauce is?
Yeah, but on a sandwich though. I
It's
never
good.
think about a sandwich being
Make you know what it is? Oh, I like it. It brings more. I think it brings more of the savoriness of the peanuts out when you heat it up. That's why I like it.
I also made a little
Egg salad in there if you want some, Rachel. She's going for the pasta
I
with
was
the
also-
meatballs.
What do you think about? Can you eat a bundigas soup?
What soup?
A bundigas.
You're gonna have to remind me what that is.
Bundigas is the Mexican meatball soups.
Yeah, probably as long as the meatball's soft. Gonna use what?
Bundigas usually use beef.
Eat well, as long as it's tender.
Mash it up with your tongue.
As long as I don't have to chew it a lot.
Well, I'm gonna make tiny meatballs. They're chewable size. Usually bundigas are tiny little meatballs.
Yeah, make whatever, honey. I mean, if I can eat it, I can eat it. Wolf says, "Oh, you said peanut sauce." Yes, peanut sauce. Not the other one you were thinking of, Wolf. Peanut. Nut. Not nis. Nut. Make sure you don't want to get those two things confused. Tam dips her spring rolls in her peanut sauce.
Like, I don't think you can eat spring roll. It's probably too chewy.
Yeah, spring rolls would be too chewy.
What do you think about a banh mi? Not a banh mi bowl.
You know how long? You know how much I've been wanting a breakfast banh mi, but that's probably too chewy.
What if you took a banh mi inside and put it on?
That's just eggs with spam and pickled carrots and daikon
Yeah.
with cilantro.
Yeah.
Not the same. What's I'm calling it?
Put it up into pieces that are small enough that you swallow.
Yeah, there you go. Swallow off like a swallowed whole. That's the key. So why'd you shave your head?
It's distressing.
All right, I gotta take a quick break, everybody. Be right back about 2 minutes. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. Oh my god. Wolf says, I had a ham and provolone sandwich with toasted rye bread last night. It was yummy. It sounds yummy. I can't eat anything like that right now. Because then my jaw will go all crazy. So I gotta let it rest still. I gotta let it heal. Gotta try to work at it. Gains me more strength. What do you want, Daphne? Daphne over here. So, but I notice I've been eating less, so that's probably a good thing too. I need to lose the weight. So I'm not complaining. It doesn't bother me about all this. As long as I can still eat pho, which we've determined that I can, I'm fine. Hopefully Tam can stop at pho 79 this weekend for me. Pick me up. What? Oh, shit. That's right.
I'm going to go try and see her.
Those things, they're always closed on Tet, aren't they? 79?
Yeah, they usually close.
79 is closed on Tet. Yeah, that's true. Oh, well, next week. Next week. We'll be fine. I can wait for good pho. Isn't that right, Kat? Here, watch it. Every time I touch her, it's like one of those lamps that you touch that it lights up, except she makes sound. See? Cats. Cats are funny. Well, trying to think what else is going on out there in the world. Hello. I think we covered everything. Well, that's it for today. No, I'm just kidding. We covered Xbox. Covered my jaw.
Something I heard.
What?
AAA, the company that does insurance, has offices. You go down. They opened up a couple pilot programs where they actually have lube and some simple changes.
Yeah. Like a
check engine light comes on. Basically, an auto.
Yeah.
Auto mechanic.
Like a Jiffy Lube kind of thing. Yeah.
So I found out that the way it works when it comes to repair people, you hire the repair person. Repair people or mechanics.
Yeah.
They like to use their own tools.
Sure.
And they will bring their own tools to work, store it, bring their own toolbox. It could be $20,000-$30,000 worth of tools.
Yeah.
And I said, what, you don't provide the tools for them? Because, well, people use different tools and da. So is it normal that they provide their own tools? And he said it was yes.
Yeah, I've heard that before too.
Yeah. I didn't know mechanics do that. And that's why once a mechanic stays somewhere and they get established, they hate switching. Because it's such a pain to like
get all their tools and
collect and stuff like that. Okay. There's another thing. If you say you want to go forward with the repair.
Yeah.
You don't pay until after.
Right.
So let's say it takes weeks for them to complete the repair. They repair it, everything, and then the owner says, I don't have the money.
Right.
So technically, you now hold on to possession of the vehicle.
Yeah.
Typically, what they will do is they try to work with the owner to see if they'll pay.
I've had that happen to me before. Yeah.
But if they can't, the owner basically says, go ahead and let it get impound. Apparently, they can then go and pay whatever fine to pull it out of impound. I said, but do they have to pay for the repair? He says, no, because we write it off as a loss.
Right.
It's like sending the vehicle to a towing company.
Yeah.
Basically. I was like, oh, I said, so if they get the car, is it possible that they can pull the car out of impound for less than what they owe you? Because yeah, I go, there are people that actually do that. If they know the system,
Yeah.
they can like cheat the system. Because what do you do when you start a repair and then you can't afford it? You know, you have the vehicle. Because we can't take the parts out.
Yeah, that happened to me one time. I had a Mustang that I had to have rewired. Like all of the electrical wiring in the whole car just had been falling apart, and I kept on having all these problems due to the electrical wiring.
Mm-hmm.
So electrical wiring had to be pulled out of all of the car, and that was going to cost me like a pretty penny. I didn't have the money for it, you know. So fortunately, you know, it was a mechanic that I had used often, and you know, he knew me in the sense of that, you know, I always paid and what have you, and I had to, you know, I said to him, he said to me, well, look, we need to do this. I trusted the guy. He was a good guy. I said, I can't afford that, man. And he was cool enough to say, hey, what can you afford? Can you make some payments? You know, can you get it paid off by this time? And I worked it out with him. He was nice. Just for like a couple of months, let me make, you know, $100 payment to him a month. It was like, I think like $500 total, something like that. I gave him like $250 paid up and then paid the rest off over a couple of months. And he was cool about it. But yeah, so I could see that happening.
Okay.
You know, I could understand that happening.
So, but he worked with you, and you were able to get it.
Yeah. But I don't know what he would have done if I couldn't. I wouldn't have had it done. See, that's weird that, you know, if a job starts, they should know how much it's going to cost generally before they start, unless there's complications along the way.
Well,
and then most garages will call you and tell you what those complications are. They won't just say all of a sudden, oh yeah, well we told you it was going to be $250. Guess what? It's $700 because we had to do more things. You know, some places will do that. The really good places won't. They'll call you. They'll say, before we do anything else, we need to know, you know, is this something you want done? Here's how much it's going to cost. Here's how much the labor is. So whereas I'm sure that does happen, I doubt it happens that often. That it's something you could like take advantage of the system kind of thing. I guess if you knew like a particular place and you knew ahead of time that it was going to cost more than that place thought it was going to cost, or you just went in, you know, not wanting to pay it all, and you know, but then you're willing to pay the tow truck fee, which can be up to several $100s itself.
yeah.
So I'm sure it does happen, but I doubt it happens that frequently. I'm skeptical. I'm sure it does happen. I wish. Oh man, my sleep's all off right now. Been waking up like an hour and a half earlier than I want to. Then I can't get back to sleep. Which sucks. Had some rain over the last couple of days. I didn't think it was that bad. For some reason, the rest of California got hit a lot worse than Orange County did. Do you hear about that? Like as far as like up north, they had like a shit ton of rain. Los Angeles, the river basin, the river basin was full. They're talking about how even San Diego had like flooding, you know, that kind of thing from the rain the last couple of days. It wasn't that bad here. It's like we were.
What you were hearing.
Yeah, it's like we were in the center of the storm or something like that. Like everywhere else around us was getting hit, but we weren't. I mean, we had some rain, but it wasn't anything like other places were getting. It was average rain. Wolf says, I was wondering if y'all had to swim or not. Yeah, I know, because that's what a lot of the reports were, was that California is basically underwater. And I get it, because there was this big, huge thing that all the meteorologists were talking about that was coming in. They were calling it a river. What is it called? There's a term for it. An atmospheric river, I think is what it's called. It was basically like a shit ton of water that was going to come in over California and just drench the whole state. And the way it was coming in was interesting. It was coming in, and then you know how they kind of like curl down a little bit. Well, where that curl was, we were safe in the center of the curl, basically. And so we didn't get hit hardly as much as other places did. Like I understand Vegas even got some of it. Like there was rain in Vegas. They got like some of the streets got flooded. But we were okay. Yeah, no problems. Like even my dad sent me a message from Indiana, go like, "Are you underwater? Are you okay?" I'm fine, Dad.
Yeah, I had people
Nothing.
Who were like, like Lionel was like,
"Are you underwater?"
Yeah. How's the rain going?
It's like, no, it's fine. It's no problem. It's, streets aren't flooded. It's just raining. It rained constantly yesterday, but it wasn't that bad. So I guess we're fortunate. I'm glad to live in Orange County. We are safe. Excuse me. Sorry for the yawning, man. Get used to it. Wolf says better start building an ark. Figure out the dimensions of a cubit. Isn't a cubit like 7.5 feet by 7.5 feet or something like that? I used to know that. Don't know it anymore. Yeah. I ain't worried. I know how to swim. I'm good. Oh, Daphne. Tam's over by the refrigerator. You better go see if she's got any food for you. You can make it around the table.
Would you also like me to try to make instead?
What?
That I can use.
Honey, isn't there leftovers?
There's a lot of leftovers.
Say we just eat leftovers. If there's lots of leftovers, we just eat leftovers. Ain't no need to go nowhere. Tam's looking through the refrigerator trying to figure out what to make for dinner. Whether or not she needs to go to the store to get something. Well, there's leftovers. I'm never picky. Chicken was delicious. I love that sauce. Tam found some Japanese barbecue sauce that she tried yesterday, and it's very light, but it's very tasty. I think I like it. It doesn't hide the flavor of the chicken. It makes the chicken taste better. I think.
This is very popular. It's this brand.
What is it?
Oh my god!
Show it to Wolf on your camera. Yeah, everybody can see this is Japanese barbecue sauce. Literally what it's called. The original Japanese barbecue sauce. What is it called? Pac-Man?
No. Bak-chan.
Bak-chan?
Bak-chan.
Bak-chan? Something like that? Yeah. I liked it. It's good. That's racist. How is that racist, Wolf? This Japanese barbecue sauce is racist. What are you talking about? Oh, you already have it?
I have them.
Oh, you got to cut up the chicken and everything?
Yeah,
Yeah, cool.
Chicken.
Yeah. Just when I'm ready, just put it in the microwave. Squirt a little extra sauce on the chicken.
Oh yeah, I have sauce. I put more.
Wolf says that he likes this garlic pepper spice that we have. It comes in a grinder.
Oh.
What is it? Do you know the name of it?
Usually when you see garlic pepper, it's just basically they're adding spices to grinders. Like,
Right.
I understand what they're doing.
Sounds yummy. I like both pepper and garlic.
They have lemon pepper ones too.
Yeah.
Basically, it's dried lemon, right?
Yeah. Garlic and pepper. That's what it's called. That's the brand, garlic pepper. Coolio. Right on that. I'll get right on that. That's why I always tell Tam when she asks me to find out something for her.
I'll get right on it.
I'll get right on that. And then I don't do anything.
That's his way of saying, yeah, no.
Yeah, no, you figure that out. Yeah, I'll get right on that for you. I'll get that to you ASAP. We'll have someone look into it. I'll do some research.
That's
Nothing.
another thing you'll say. I'll do some research.
I'll do some research and look into it. No, I don't. No, I won't. That's just me saying it's not going to happen. There's no research. Ugh. What?
You have to fill up the dish soap.
Oh.
Otherwise, the dispenser falls when you go to.
You're pumping too hard, honey. Pumping that soap too hard. Wolf says, have our people call your people to set up a Zoom to think about it.
Yeah.
That's right.
Back to you on that.
We'll get back to you. For shizzy. Get right up on that. Yeah, so Ted is freaking hilarious. The funniest thing I've seen so far was, without trying to go into spoilers, where the dad has to explain a shameful event from his time in Vietnam. I won't go into explaining it, but when you see it, you're just like, go, what? No fucking way. It's just like hilarious. Oh my God. I was dying. I was just like, I had not seen anything that funny in like a long time. So I think they got a hit with that show. It's hilarious. And then, yeah, we've been watching, what's that? For All Mankind. That's a good one. I don't think there's anything else we started that's new. I don't know. What? I don't understand what you're saying, Wolf. And thus, watch was up my ass for 3 years. And now I give it to you, little man. Oh, now I know what you're talking about from Pulp Fiction. And this watch. Yeah, got it. I gotta take a quick break. Be right back. Back. Sorry about that. Been having some issues I won't go into.
Stood by the balcony door.
Who?
Helen tried to say, I need to go bathroom. So I pushed the door open.
Oh.
She went to the bathroom.
Yeah. You gotta leave that door open for him if you're gonna have the
Yeah, I forgot.
thing out there. Gonna get cold. Gonna be a little bit chilly. Yeah, so I don't know what else is going on out there in the world. Don't know. I am not part of the world. I stand aside. Yeah, like I said, found the Xbox thing interesting. What says I keep to myself? Probably the best thing. Probably not a bad idea. The
Seth MacFarlane, is he from Boston? Is that why
I think
the show
so.
happens to be kind of like set in Boston?
Well, the character, well, okay. So, yeah, I don't know if that's the reason. Maybe it is. But, so in the movie, you know, where they're older, like the kid is older. It's played, the kid is played by,
Oh, that's right.
by Mark,
Yeah.
what's his name?
Wahlberg.
Wahlberg, right.
Right. That's
In which he
why.
has a thick Boston accent.
That's why. Okay.
So, like the kid doesn't even, that's not his real accent.
He has to make that.
He has to make that accent, right? So the way they found the kid was that the kid is actually older. You know, it's one of those things where the kid is older than what he looks like.
Uh-huh.
But he was actually in an episode of Orville. Yep. There's an episode, I can't remember the number of it, but there's an episode where they find this spaceship in Orville that is drifting towards the sun, and it's huge. And they find that there are people that are living in this kind of like environment with grass and trees, and they have this fake looking sun, and there's this big dome over them. They don't realize they're on a ship. And one of the like teenagers comes and helps the crew, you know, from the ship, find out the truth of what's really going on. And that kid was the lead from Ted. No, wasn't. He's a teenager. The guy is an adult now.
Oh.
He's not a teenager. He's an adult playing a teenager.
Oh, he's an adult playing a
Yeah.
teenager.
So, yeah, he had to learn the Boston accent. But he said he was trying really hard not to do a Mark Wahlberg imitation. Because he thought that would be like he wanted to have his own character. He didn't want to do a, you know, he didn't want to be Mark Wahlberg playing that character. He wanted to play that character. So he had to work really hard at not sounding like Mark Wahlberg. But Mark Wahlberg sounds like every Boston accent out there. So what are you going to do?
Right. What was Seth in the movie too? I thought he was in the movie too.
No, he just plays the voice of Ted.
He does the voice of Ted.
Right,
Oh.
right, yeah. They were saying that because the last movie came out 10 years ago, Ted 2 came out like 10 years ago. I saw an interview where McFarlane was talking about how 10 years ago this series couldn't be made.
I know.
It's
The AI.
the AI for the graphics for Ted
Yeah.
and everything have become more streamlined. It's become easier, so it's more cost effective for them to do the series now than it would have been 10 years ago because of the advancements that have been made in graphics, AI, and all that stuff. But I'm telling you, Wolf, light up. It's even better when you're a little, been enjoying the electric lettuce. And just sit down and watch it, dude. It's just trust me. You'll watch the first episode, you'll get hooked.
The first question is,
yeah.
I'm finding out that some people have certain humor to things. So
Sure.
if you're into the Family Guy,
You'll like this.
You will still like this.
Yeah.
If you like Ted the movie, you'll like this.
Well, see, Ted the movie. I never saw the second movie. I saw the first one. I thought it was okay. I wasn't a big fan of it, but then I saw clips from the series on TikTok, and that's what got me interested because the TikToks were hilarious that I was seeing of clips from the show. So that's what got me wanting to see it. And it was great. It's just so funny. Seth MacFarlane is a funny guy, and he knows how to hire funny writers. I don't know where he finds them from, but it's pretty funny. Anyway, enough about Ted. Going on about it. Oh, what else? I had the weirdest luck with I played some GTA 5 yesterday. I could not find a mission or a heist to complete to save my life. Like, people kept on leaving. I had to quit a couple because, oh my God. That's the thing when you're playing team games. You're kind of at the mercy of other people. I was explaining this to Tam. I said, look, if I have like a certain amount of time that I want to play, and I know in that time I can make a certain amount of money, there's only so many times I'm going to do a heist before I just give up on people. And like, you waste my time if I have to keep doing this again and again and again and again, starting over each time. There comes a point where it's not cost effective for me to keep playing with that team because they're wasting my time. I can go off and find another team and make more money quicker. And that's usually what I do. Like, if I'm on a good time, I stick with them and play. If I'm on a bad team, I'll give them 4 tries. That's my limit. 4 strikes, you're out. After that, I'm gone. Now, I was doing this. I was playing like mission after heist after heist after heist, and they were all failing. I couldn't make any money. And I was just like, what is going on today? That was weird. Wolf says, that's why I don't play with others. Yeah. But then you don't make as much money. That's the downside. That's the downside. Is then you don't, advance as far as you'd like to. I'd like to. Right now, I think I'm at $11.5 million. I'm trying to get to 15 million. couple of things I want to buy. But I hate going back to zero, so I like to have a couple of million extra. Let's just say there's a jet I have my eye on. Yeah, man, that's what's been going on. Dealing with stuff. Let's see. I wonder if check something real quick. If anybody, no. Someone, because I talked about earlier how I made a post on Mastodon where I said that if you didn't know, if you don't like Meta, if you think it's shit, you quit Facebook, you should know that WhatsApp and Instagram are part of Facebook, Meta. And I said, I'm surprised at how many people don't know this. And for whatever reason, some people took that as me saying you should leave Facebook Meta. Whereas I believe you should. I did not say that, right? So like people were coming back at me going, oh, it's not that easy. It's hard. And so we were talking about that earlier. So earlier I had, before I came on, I had someone that it was really funny. They were subtweeting me basically, which means they were talking about me, but not, not including me in the conversation, And the only reason I found out about it was because one of my followers saw it and boosted it. And that's why I saw it. And, but they were obviously talking about my post and they were always talking about me and that they were saying that, I was trying to be some cool dude by trying to get people off of, Meta. And I'm like, no, that's not what I said at all. So I wrote him back and said, no, you're wrong. That's not what I said. Haven't heard back from him, probably won't. Because people, when it's obvious that they're wrong, generally don't admit it. Like it's rare to see someone come back, especially on social media, come back and say, oh, you know what? I was wrong. That's why I always do. If I'm wrong about something on social media anywhere, I will right away admit to it. Oh, I learned something. Okay, I'm wrong. But for the most part, if people are told that they are wrong, they'll either A, get really defensive, or B, they just quit the conversation entirely. Which, is fine by me. Let them quit the conversation. I don't need to argue about it. That's, I don't care that much. Some people aren't like that. So you do what you gotta do. Tam has learned to make the softest scrambled eggs.
Tam's slutty eggs.
Tam's slutty eggs.
Egg sluts.
Egg sluts.
It's egg sluts.
Tam learned how to make scrambled eggs from this popular online chef, and has a bunch of restaurants called Egg Slut. And now these like scrambled eggs, I'm not a huge scrambled egg fan, but these are like so soft and yummy. I've been having her make them for me a lot. They're just good. Anywho. People are talking about me. No, just kidding. Who are you? I wondered about the other day. What happened to the Free the Nipple campaign? Remember that? A few years ago? Free the Nipple. This whole campaign about how men can show their nipples, but women can't show their nipples. and how we should allow women to show their nipples. And there was like all these like
Wolf, did you
the
watch
bannings and stuff like that, you know, where people would stop using certain things, you know, advertisements. What were you going to say?
I was asking Wolf if we watched the Grammys.
Wolf, did you watch the Grammys? Oh, I got a funny story about the Grammys. So I had to point it out to Tam. So I showed Tam a picture, and I wish I could show you the picture now. But it was of Miley Cyrus. And Miley, Wolf says, fuck no. So we didn't watch it, but we seen like clips from it, performances, you know, later on by stuff like that. So Miley Cyrus was performing her song Flowers, and she had just won a Grammy, so she was happy about that. But before that, they had done a tribute to Tina Turner, an in memoriam, you know, because she died. And so they even had a singer come up and sing a bunch of her songs, a medley of her songs and stuff like that. So in tribute, it seems, Miley Cyrus, when she performed in a Bob Mackie dress or outfit that was similar to the Bob Mackie outfits that Tina Turner had worn. And she was even like striking these Tina Turner poses, and she had her hair all big like Tina Turner, you know, had her hair, and it was obviously some kind of an homage to Tina Turner. So she had this big old hair and everything. So someone sent me a picture, and it was of Miley Cyrus with the big, you know, Tina Turner hair next to the feral boy from Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. And if you've seen the movie, you know exactly who I'm talking about. There was this feral kid running around from Mad Max, had this big bushy hair that kind of stuck out. And it looks very similar to Miley Cyrus. So someone had put them side by side. And I had to explain to Tam, I said, it's funny because Miley Cyrus was doing a homage to Tina Turner, and she ended up looking like the feral boy from the movie that Tina Turner was in. It's just hilarious to me. What were you going to say, Tam?
Is that boy the actor that we know now as an adult?
No. Who do you think he was?
I don't know what his name was. I don't know what his name is.
No, he's an Australian actor or something.
Oh,
Some kid. But no, you wouldn't know him from anything.
okay.
At least I don't think he had a career beyond that. Let's see. Let me ask. Let's see. Let's ask Bard. See if Bard knows. Who was the feral boy in the movie Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome? Let's see if Bard knows this. Oh, well, it says there wasn't actually a boy called the feral boy. Let's see. It is. Let's see. Oh, they don't know. Oh, Emily Minty. Emil Minty. That's the kid's name.
Look him up and see if he's still an actor.
Emil Minty? Why? Where do you think you know him from?
I don't know. I have this picture of him, but I don't remember. I can't point the movies.
Okay, let's see. IMDb. Emil Minty. Literally, that's the only movie he's done.
Okay.
I mean, you can see a picture of him as an adult if you want to.
Oh, if he's not actor now.
Let's see. Well, hold on. It looks like he's been in 4 movies. Oh, okay. He's been in more, but not very many. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's character parts. Probably about 10, 12 movies, yeah. But nothing recently. The last movie he did was in 1990. No, I'm sorry, 2020. He did a movie called Wasteland. It's a video game. So I don't recognize him from anything. In fact, his profile pic on IMDb is literally as him as the feral boy. See? Yeah. There you go. Now we know. All right, man. I think I'm done for the day. It has been fun talking to you, Wolf and Tam, and thank you for everybody that's been watching off on the sides. And next time, I hope you guys can chat up, pull up in the chat. I see a lurk in there. That's okay. Feel free to lurk as much as you want. But we're done for the day. Thank you very much for joining us. I hope you all have a great day, and we will see you all maybe Friday. Tam's going to be home Friday, so maybe we'll do this again Friday. See how busy she is. We'll do it Friday. All right, everybody, take care of yourselves. Bye.